Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful explodes into yet another scandal that threatens to shatter every bond of trust in the Logan Forrester dynasty when a bombshell DNA revelation from a mysterious night in Monte Carlo confirms that Liam Spencer has fathered a newborn child with Parisian transplant Zoe Buckingham. The revelation comes courtesy of an unstudied drunken confession and a hastily ordered paternity test that lays bare the truth. Zoe, living in Paris and pursuing her own dreams, has given birth to Liam's third child, turning his already tumultuous life upside down. From the moment the test results land in his trembling hands, Liam's world fractures. Hope, the love of his life and mother to his two older children, crumbles in despair. Steffi, his ex-wife and fierce ally in the Forrester clan, seethes with betrayal. And Bill, ever the opportunist, smells blood in the water and moves swiftly to undermine the very foundation of loyalty upon which the Logan and Forrester families have built their empires. Hope's collapse is immediate and complete. As Liam's longtime partner and the woman he vowed to protect above all else, she cannot fathom the existence of another baby, born in secret, with a woman who is barely more than a dalliance on foreign soil. The moment she hears the news, she retreats into anguish, her usually unshakable optimism replaced by a hollow dread that Liam's affections and his responsibilities have been divided without her consent. She clutches their two children to her chest, tears blurring her vision, as she struggles to come to terms with the betrayal. Every memory of laughter and shared dreams with Liam now feels tainted, every promise he ever made cast in doubt. She demands answers. How could he have kept this hidden? What else is he hiding? Yet even as Hope's fury simmers, a deeper fear takes root that Liam's heart, once hers alone, has moved on in a way that she may never reclaim. Steffi's reaction is one of controlled fury. The daughter of Ridge and Taylor, Steffi has always considered herself part of the inner circle of the Spencer-Forrester alliance, a protector of her family's legacy and of Liam himself. When she learns of the baby, she is viscerally outraged, not just at Liam's infidelity, but at the damage it could inflict on both families. To her, this is more than a personal betrayal. It is a direct threat to the reputations of Forrester Creations and Spencer Publications. In her mind, there is no excuse, no mitigating circumstance. She confronts Zoe in a blistering phone call that crackles with accusation and contempt. How dare you keep this child a secret? Who do you think you are, sneaking in and out of Liam's life, claiming what you have no right to claim? Steffi vows to protect Liam, to shield him from scandal, but her loyalty is tempered by righteous indignation. She demands that Zoe step aside, that Liam choose between them, that he prove once and for all where his true allegiances lie. And then there is Bill Spencer, who wastes no time in turning the crisis to his advantage. Sensing weakness in Liam's personal life, Bill orchestrates a media blitz designed to raise questions about Liam's reliability as a partner and as a father. He leaks snippets of the DNA results to tabloid journalists, framing the story as a cautionary tale of a man who cannot be trusted with a woman's heart or a child's future. With a predatory gleam in his eye, Bill invites Hope and Steffi to consider whether Liam, whose judgment is demonstrably flawed, deserves sole custody of their children. He insinuates that Liam's secretive rendezvous in Monte Carlo speaks to a broader pattern of deception, a willingness to compartmentalize relationships and dodge responsibility. His taunts cut deep. How can you build a family on half-truths? This is Bill's battlefield now, and he means to win by turning public opinion against Liam Spencer with the full force of his corporate resources. Pressed between Hope's heartbreak, Steffi's wrath, and Bill's ruthless machinations, Liam Spencer finds himself scrambling to contain the fallout. He flies back and forth across continents, trying to explain to Zoe that he wants to be in his child's life, to shoulder his responsibilities as a father, while simultaneously pleading with Hope and Steffi to understand that this oversight was never meant to harm them. He promises Hope that his heart remains hers, that this child does not diminish the love he bears for their family, but his words ring hollow in the face of the DNA report's incontrovertible proof. When he tells Steffi that he needs her support now more than ever, she counters that his betrayals have wounded more than just her pride, they have wounded the entire Forrester legacy. Everywhere he turns, Liam is met with demands for proof of his sincerity. Written statements, public declarations, court filings, and, most daunting, a potential custody battle that could strip him of parental rights entirely if Hope and Steffi choose to pursue legal action. It is this threat of losing custody that finally galvanizes the three women into direct confrontation. What begins as separate dialogues with Liam and with Zoe escalates into a media-fueled war for both the child's affections and for public sympathy. Paparazzi swarm courthouses as Hope and Steffi arrive side by side, united in their demand that Liam explain himself under oath. Tabloid headlines scream of the motherhood showdown, Hope versus Steffi versus Zoe, each vying to present the most convincing case that she is the rightful guardian of Liam's lineage. Hope, clutching a framed family photograph, invokes the sanctity of the family she and Liam built together. Steffi brandishes legal documents and witness affidavits to question Liam's judgment. Zoe, poised and determined, reminds the world that her child was conceived in love and deserves recognition, stability, and a father who will not abandon him. The press conference devolves into a battleground of competing narratives, each woman harnessing every ounce of her charisma and resolve to sway public opinion. Behind the cameras, Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan, caught in the crossfire of yet another Spencer scandal, scrambled to pick sides. Ridge, ever the family patriarch, pleads with Steffi to temper her aggression, warning that an all-out war could destroy the fragile alliances that keep their two dynasties afloat. Brooke, fresh from her own battles with Nick Marone and Taylor Hayes, recognizes the pain that Hope endures and cannot help but sympathize, even as she worries that this upheaval will only embolden Bill Spencer in his relentless bid to topple Forrester Creations. Both Ridge and Brooke urge Liam to face the consequences of his actions with humility and integrity, to reconcile rather than escalate. But Liam, battered and desperate, wonders if such counsel arrives too late. That the damage has already been done and can never be undone. As the dust settles on the initial skirmishes, the families brace for the legal fallout. Lawyers draw up petitions for custody hearings. Child welfare experts prepare reports on Zoe's capacity as a single mother in Paris. Private investigators dig into Liam's alibi for that fateful night in Monte Carlo. Meanwhile, Bill Spencer tightens his grip on the Spencer empire, insinuating himself into every board meeting with veiled threats that unless Liam's position is weakened, his own investments in Spencer Publications will falter. The business repercussions mirror the personal ones. Forrester Creations sketches a new line inspired by family unity and betrayal, while Spencer Publications teases an exposé on the industry's double standards for family scandals. Everywhere the Spencer and Forrester names appear in print, they are now shadowed by the specter of the Monte Carlo affair. In the midst of this chaos, the child at the center of it all remains unseen by most. Zoe, determined to protect her newborn from tabloid scrutiny, shelters him in a Parisian safe house while she navigates the legal labyrinth. She clings to the belief that if Liam truly loves their child, he will fight not to win custody for himself, but to secure the best life possible for the baby. For Hope and Steffi, a moment of solidarity emerges in the form of shared compassion. Both mothers recognize the innocence of the child and the injustice of dragging him through adult vendettas. In whispered conversations backstage at Forrester Creations, Hope and Steffi vow to work together to ensure that the child's welfare remains paramount, even as they prepare to oppose Zoe in court. It is an uneasy truce, built on the understanding that motherhood transcends rivalry, yet neither woman fully trusts the other, nor the man who fathered them all. As the episode reaches its climax, Liam stands alone in the Spencer mansion's grand foyer, clutching a photograph of his 3 children. 2 sleeping peacefully in their beds at home, 1 nestled in Zoe's arms across the Atlantic. He realizes that no amount of legal maneuvering or public declarations can rebuild the trust that has been so brutally shattered. The road ahead demands more than apologies. It demands sacrifice, transparency, and a willingness to submit to the consequences of his choices. Hope, Steffi, and Zoe await him in the drawing room, each bearing the weight of their own heartbreak and hope for redemption. In that charged moment, as the cameras flash and the world watches, Liam Spencer must decide whether to fight for a fractured dream of unity or to accept that some fractures run too deep to mend. Friday's bombshell will leave viewers reeling as the Logan and Forrester families confront the most explosive chapter in their history. The stakes have never been higher: a newborn's future, the reputations of 2 design dynasties, and the fragile hearts of 3 women hang in the balance. Will Liam rise to the occasion, prove himself worthy of fatherhood in every sense, and reclaim his place in the lives he so recklessly endangered? Or will the 3rd child of Liam become the final straw that breaks the bonds of love, loyalty, and legacy in the bold and the beautiful? Tune in on June 20th, 2025, to witness the fallout of a secret that refused to stay buried and the fallout that may change everything forever. Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, premiering June 20th, 2025, promises to be another white-knuckle ride through the tangled lives of the Forresters, Logans, and the ever-conniving Nick Marone. After Thursday's bombshell revelation, when Taylor Hayes pressed Ridge Forrester to confess what had haunted his thoughts all night, viewers saw Ridge admit that he'd discovered Nick and Brooke Logan together. Taylor, ever the voice of reason, attempted to counsel Ridge through the fallout, but her persistent questioning revealed a deeper insecurity. Was she prodding Ridge to own up not just to the betrayal, but to his lingering love for Brooke? As the psychologist insists she isn't jealous, every probing remark seems to betray the opposite, exposing fractures in her relationship with the man she loves. Brooke Logan, stunned by Nick's brazen confession of love and his ultimatum to forget Ridge, now stands at a crossroads. Nick's proposal to abandon Ridge and forge a new life by his side carries undeniable risk for Brooke, who knows her heart still belongs with Ridge. Yet, if Ridge has truly moved on with Taylor, Brooke realizes she cannot stand still. Working side by side with Ridge every day at Forrester Creations feels like salt in a wound. She wrestles with the painful truth that love, however deep, sometimes demands the courage to let go or to fight harder than ever. Meanwhile, Taylor and Brooke are set for an explosive confrontation. The previews tease a tense face-off, with Ridge doubling down on his hatred for Nick and ordering him to stay away from Brooke. Taylor, though justified in her loyalty to Ridge, must reconcile her own fears about his jealousy that seems to consume him. This volatile cocktail of resentment, bruised pride, and unspoken passion will set the stage for a dramatic clash between 2 of the show's most formidable women. Brooke, a grown woman who answers only to herself, will stand firm against Ridge's dictates, while Taylor, committed to preserving her relationship, will bristle at any challenge to her position as Ridge's partner. As Taylor and Brooke square off, Ridge's jealousy is more than mere insecurity. It's a warning sign. His obsession with Nick's every move reveals cracks in the foundation of his marriage to Taylor. Will Taylor recognize that Ridge's possessiveness could drive him to ruin? Or will she, blinded by love, continue to rationalize his behavior until it's too late? Brooke, on the other hand, may seize this opportunity to assert her independence and remind Ridge and Taylor that nothing about her heart can be ordered or controlled. Underneath the love triangle's overt tensions, the Forrester family's next generation is facing its own drama. Hayes Forrester Finnegan, the toddler caught in the crossfire of adult scheming, becomes an unsuspecting focal point. Fans watching Thursday's episode were left gasping when Luna Nozawa, with a sweet smile and a mysterious gift, approached Hayes on the beach. Though Luna's intentions seemed benign, the real shock came when she was invited to teach an art class at the very beachfront home where Hayes is enrolled. Suddenly, Luna has access to Hayes that no one anticipated. Electra Forrester, Hayes' protective mother, will soon arrive to pick him up. What will she make of Luna's newfound presence in her son's life? By the time Friday's drama unfolds, viewers can expect the undercurrents of secrecy, rivalry, and parental protectiveness to collide. Will Electra confront Luna about the gift and the art class? Or will Luna's artistic charm and genuine affection for Hayes disarm her? Meanwhile, as Taylor and Brooke lock horns, each defending her claim to Ridge's heart, the scene will be set for yet another seismic shift in loyalty and love. Behind the scenes, the building tension among Taylor, Ridge, Brooke, and Nick has been simmering for weeks. Ridge's discovery of Brooke and Nick together was the catalyst. Taylor's relentless questioning fanned the flames, and Brooke's emotional turmoil has kept viewers on the edge of their seats. Now, the convergence of these storylines on June 20th will force every character to make critical choices. Will Ridge choose to trust Taylor and rebuild their marriage stronger than before? Or will his unresolved feelings for Brooke and his jealousy of Nick tear him apart? Will Brooke find the strength to move on if Ridge cannot fully commit to her? And what about Nick? Will he accept Brooke's hesitancy, or will he press forward, convinced that he and Brooke belong together? Even as the adults wrestle with matters of the heart, the subplot with Hayes and Luna raises questions about innocence and influence. Luna's gift, whatever it may be, could be an olive branch or a calculated move. Electra's response will be pivotal. She could welcome Luna's creativity as a positive outlet for Hayes, or she could view Luna's involvement as an intrusion, sparking a showdown between two fiercely protective mothers. And in true Bold and the Beautiful fashion, that showdown will only mirror, amplify, and perhaps even catalyze the drama unfolding among Taylor, Brooke, Ridge, and Nick. From the Forrester Creations design room to the sun-kissed sands of the beachfront home, Friday's episode will thread these storylines together with the show's signature blend of glamour, passion, and betrayal. As the camera zooms in on Ridge's haunted gaze, Taylor's determined expression, Brooke's conflicted heart, and Nick's unwavering resolve, viewers will be reminded why The Bold and the Beautiful remains the ultimate daytime soap. Every glance, every whispered secret, every tear, and every vow carries the weight of family legacy and personal destiny. So, before you settle into your seat on Friday, June 20th, 2025, steel yourself for a masterclass in emotional performance. Watch Taylor confront her deepest insecurities under the guise of marital therapy. See Brooke wrestle with an impossible choice between two men she loves. Observe Ridge as he navigates the treacherous waters of jealousy and loyalty. And meet Luna as her innocent art class sets the stage for family fireworks when Electra arrives. By night's end, relationships will be tested, alliances will shift, and new secrets will bubble to the surface, ensuring that, as always, The Bold and the Beautiful delivers a dramatic spectacle you won't soon forget.